Hello students, we are dealing IR spectroscopy. Today our topic is the vibrating diatomic molecule. Let us have a recap of few points that we have discussed in the earlier section. Molecules are made up of atoms linked by chemical bonds. The movement of chemical bonds are like springs and balls. Every molecule has some characteristic vibration and it is called natural frequency of vibration. When energy in the form of IR radiation is applied on a molecule, it causes vibrations in a molecule. Let us observe the molecule, that is HCOHO in the slide. The CO bond stretching vibration has a natural frequency at 2 Hz. If IR radiation of 2 Hz coming from the light source or IR source falls on this molecule, the molecule can absorb IR radiation because the IR frequency 2 Hz is matching with the natural frequency of vibration of the molecule. Then absorption of IR radiation takes place and a peak is observed in the detector or on the monitor. The extent of absorption depends upon the wavelength or the frequency of radiation, the wavelength or frequency of radiation, and also the structure of the molecule. So this is a spectrum of IR radiation or IR spectroscopy. The absorbance or transmittance is shown on the vertical axis. Frequency in hertz or wave number in per centimeters is shown on the horizontal axis. I have given HCHO example just now. In that, CO stretching is at 2 Hz. So the molecule absorb radiation. So the transmittance, that means the light coming out after absorption, that is called transmittance, is 0. So it is nearing 0. That is 100% absorbance or the transmittance is 0. That is that particular frequency is completely absorbed by the molecule because the natural frequency of vibration matched with the IR frequency. So this is how the graph is being shown in the IR spectrum by the detector. What is Hooke's law? Hooke's law is the restoring force is proportional to and oppositely directed to displacement. Let us imagine a diatomic molecule, a linear diatomic molecule which is connected to two atoms by a spring. Let this be atom 1 and let this be atom 2. For example, since it is a spring, if I extend this atom towards some displacement, immediately the atom 2 will return to its equilibrium position with some restoring force. So this is restoring force is represented as X, F. Displacement I will represent as X. Since this is acting towards this side, equal in magnitude but opposite in direction, we are having restoring force, so I will keep as minus F. So we can write the equation restoring force is proportional to and oppositely directed to displacement, that is F is proportional to minus X. Negative symbol stands for opposite direction. So F is equal to minus Kx. K is nothing but spring constant. Since we are dealing about the molecules, we also name it as force constant. So F is equal to minus K into, if this is the equilibrium position Req and displacement is R, then we can write X as R minus Req. So Req is the equilibrium distance between two atoms. For a simple harmonic oscillator, the potential energy is given by V is equal to half X square. For example, if you take a big HCl molecule, chlorine is big, connected through a spring to hydrogen. So this hydrogen will be continuously undergoing, because of a small size, it undergoes continuous elongations and compressions or extensions and compressions. So the spring has an ability to undergo deformation continuously, and the work is done by the spring and the work is stored in the form of potential energy. So potential energy V is equal to half kx square, and this is represented in the form of a parabola. For a diatomic molecule, the energy curve is parabolic and is given by E is equal to half k r minus Req whole square. So now we got energy of a simple harmonic oscillator. If you observe the simple harmonic oscillation, imagine this is the blue line and the blue ball represents hydrogen. This blue line represents equilibrium position. The hydrogen or the small blue ball, initially F is equal to 0, that means equilibrium position. But if you compress it or if you elongate it, so continuous compressions or continuous elongations, again it will pull back the ball to equilibrium position. So at the equilibrium position, the ball is at stationary. If you pull the ball away from the equilibrium position, the spring will pull the ball back forth to its equilibrium position continuously with a force called restoring force. So instead of fixing the position here, I have taken chlorine, a bigger atom, and hydrogen is a smaller atom. See, the ball bouncing back and forth is considered as the ball bouncing back and forth. So this is bouncing here, coming back. Again, this is bouncing, turning towards like this, coming back. And it is just turning toward like this and coming back. So this is called bouncing. The ball bouncing back and forth is considered as amplitude. But how often the ball bounces back and forth is considered as frequency of oscillation. The frequency of oscillation remains same because it is the property of the spring and the ball. So though the amplitude changes continuously, though the amplitude increases or it decreases, but there is no change in the frequency of oscillation. This is the important point. For general example, you can see here. So we can observe the note produced with the guitar string. After you pluck it, it does not change. Even as the sound it produces becomes softer and dies away. So with this example, now we can clearly draw a simple harmonic model of a diatomic linear molecule. So if you observe here, I fixed the bigger atom like chlorine here, and the small atom is here, continuously undergoing compression and elongation. As the vibration energy increases, continuously it undergoes compressions and elongations. The internuclear distance, that is Req, is called the bond distance or bond length. The zero of the curve is named as equilibrium distance. Though the energy increases, the oscillation is becoming more vigorous. Though the energy increases, the oscillation is becoming more vigorous, but the vibrational frequency does not change. As I explained to you, the frequency is number of times it bounces back, and it will not change because it is a property of the atom and the bond present in the molecule. So with this, we have an excellent model of vibrating diatomic molecule. And since it is having simple harmonic oscillator model, it is called simple harmonic oscillator, which is only an approximation, and this forms an excellent starting point for discussion of vibrational spectra. Thank you.